Hey guys, welcome to SHOT Show 2023. You're watching Outer Limitless, and we're doing a new interview here at the Artisan booth on some of the cool new products I've had a really good experience with designing with and learning with as well. So something that was new a year ago was the CJRV that's owned by Artisan Hyperlight. That's in their own RPM 9 steel. It's a fantastic steel to me. Just because I personally use them, I left this one completely covered in deer processing stuff, we'll put it that way, and I haven't seen hardly any rust on this blade. I'm really proud of this steel. And so this is kind of like the naked version that they have, but the Hyperlight was designed for like a backpacker knife that's very thin, very small, but still has the capabilities of a bigger knife. And of course, with my machete background, I kind of put a little bit of a machete feel on the end there. So that was new last year. A little bit newer mid-year was the Red Heart, which was, you know, sometimes with designing knives, you have to have a story that will help inspire you. And so I thought about, you know, Kephart, one of the owners of the Smoky, or not owners, one of the forefathers of the Great Smoky Mountains, and Rex Applegate, the guy who wrote Kill or Be Killed, and said, hey, they were, you know, hanging out at a bar and they decided to make a knife together. So this is kind of like a take on a more tactical Kephart style. And Kephart style is, you know, a knife. He was one of the great founders of the Smoky Mountains and was a prolific writer and just an amazing outdoorsman. But Eric, we got something new this year. That wonderful dude over there, Russell, who's probably not going to have a voice later, told me, hey, I want to see a tomahawk. And the capabilities that Artisan have are mind-blowing to do some things I never was able to do before in design. And so I came up with a small tomahawk that would fit, you know, in even a small backpack, a day pack or a ruck, that would be there just in case you need to do small processing of wood. If you hunt animals, sometimes, you know, processing the pelvis or certain areas and things along that line, but that was still kind of in the same line of the Hyperlight, that's super lightweight but still effective, but also without like a spiked back, a pommel that you could use for things that I encounter more, which are like tent stakes and you know, even, God forbid, batoning a cudgel made out of wood, a wedge made out of wood. So they have some really cool capabilities. They're able to bevel some of their holes, do some really neat beveling on the sides, and then this guy right here, it's to help you index just a little bit, but it's just a little bit of traction for people who are, you know, using a tomahawk for, you know, small tasks, to know where the edge is. And when you use edges and knives and other tools a lot, you know, it helps to know where the edge is, and this can be, you know, more or less understood when you pick it up right away. Oh, okay, the edge is somewhere there. I'm going to be able to do some small carving, some small file work. And what I think I'm most proud of was their version of the sheath design. They came out with one that works very well, comes around, keeps it very safe in Kydex, but also makes it so that you can use the hammer while having the edge facing back at you and not worry about hitting anything. So it works really well there. This is C3 steel, which is a much more impact resistant steel that I was used to, or not used to. And the more I saw how Artisan does their version of this steel, the more I've been impressed. It's been great. I mean, we've had guys even throw the prototype versions of this as well. And it comes in other colors as well. This is kind of neat too. This will show you the stonewash color. We can have 3 here and kind of like hold them up like poker since we're in Vegas and whatnot. But you can see the difference here and how I go from the prototype and how they show me how to change, you know, my prototype to be easier for production and things. So that's kind of like just a inside, you know, change. That one's like the original prototype. This is a new one. And man, the texturing on the handle is so cool. You know, that's Artisan's spin on it. They did such a really good job with the texturing. I was blown away. So I'm learning so much from Artisan. I can't wait to see what happens in the future.